Peace, was good. This is Hip Hop Album Review Part 23. It's been a couple weeks. I was away, went to Costa Rica for vacation. But enough of all that. Thank you for all the people that subscribed, that left comments and all that stuff. Much respect. Stay tuned for more. But without further ado, here's the first album for the day. It's Gang Starr's second single off the Hard to Earn album. That was released in 1984. I did a description of this song already. Go peep my hip hop album review. I forgot which one I did, but I did a review on Gang Starr's Hard to Earn. I explained a little bit about this single. But this is a dope song. You guys should know about Mass Appeal. It's definitely one of the biggest singles. Nothing to it. It has 4 songs. The first one is the radio version. The second one is the album version with the curses and all that. This third one is the instrumental version, but it's called the Mastermental. And the 4th song is Now You're Mine, which appeared on a lot of sports programs, a lot of basketball. It came on I think on a Nike commercial a couple years back. It was on a couple of video games, skateboarding. I think on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game, one of them. I forgot which one. But definitely must have. You're a fan of Gang Starr. I saw that. I went thrift shopping a couple weeks back, and I picked it up. I was I wasn't hesitant, so cop this. Definitely must have in your collection if you're a fan of Gang Starr. Then we got Rod Digga's first album, Dirty Harriet. You guys should know who Rod Digga is. Rod Digga, she's an MC from Newark, New Jersey, or Brick City to be exact. She got her start back in the mid-90s. She got picked up by Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes picked her up. Whatever. And fast forward to 2000, she released this album, Dirty Harriet. Singles this album was known for are Tight, which was the first single, then her biggest single, Imperial, and Break Full, which they all have videos for, by the way. Definitely must have in your collection if you're a fan of Busta Rhymes, that whole Flip Mode squad. Particularly Busta Rhymes back in the late 90s to early 2000s. I'm talking about from Extinction Level Event to Anarchy. Around that era, you would definitely enjoy this album. Definitely must have in your collection if you're a fan of old Busta Rhymes, Flip Mode Squad, things of that nature. Not to say that she raps like him, but as far as production style and shit like that, and hot lyricism, definitely must have in your collection if you're a fan of that. Unfortunately, this album's actually out of print. Sadly to say, and not surprised, because Busta Rhymes is not a good businessman. He really, I'm not really getting into that, but definitely must have in your collection. This is Rod Digga, Dirty Harriet, released in 2000. Then we got my man Sibo. Sibo, he's an MC from Sacramento, California. He's known for his affiliation with Brother Chung, who I mentioned a couple of times, and I did a couple of his albums. This, that, and the fourth. He came about. He's first guy started back in the early 90s, 91, and in 1993 he released that album called Gas Chambers. In 94, the Autopsy, which was more of an EP. The third one is Tales of the Crypt, which I do have in my collection, which I will do a review one day. One Life to Live, which was released in 1997. 1998, he put out an album called Till My Casket Drops. 1999, he put out an album called Till My Casket Drops. And then in 2000, he put out this album, Enemy of the State. Pretty solid album. If you're a fan of West Coast hip hop, like I am, you will definitely enjoy this album. His style is kind of a little horrorcore, especially in his early albums. Not really horrorcore, but dark production. If you're a fan of Brother Looks Hungry, you would definitely enjoy this album. Or you like gangsta hip hop, you would definitely enjoy this album. The only single this album came out with was Get the Money, which they have a video for, which I'll post a link down in the description box. I found this at a thrift store. I actually went to what was the place? Goodwill. I went to Goodwill, where people buy, used stuff like clothing and all that good stuff. And I found this in the CD section, so I copped it, no hesitation, you know what I mean? But if you're a fan of Seaboard or West Coast hip hop, underground West Coast hip hop, this is a must-have in your collection. Seaboard Enemy State released in 2000. Sound was actually out of print. Then we got this sound. L.O.X's Money, Power, Respect, released in 1998. This is when they were under Bad Boy Records. I mean, you guys should know who D-Block L.O.X is. I did a review on their second album, We Are the Streets. Nothing to it, Singles this album is known for is If You Think I'm Jiggy and Money, Power, Respect, which was like the big single of this album. A lot of people was kind of like bashing this album because of when they were in the Bad Boy Records, but it's not as bad as people think. It's still a dope album, I think like the hardcore, like not hardcore, but like the D-Block fans should at least give this a chance. You know what I mean? You like dope lyrics, East Coast hip hop, definitely must have in your collection. Don't let the If You Think I'm Jiggy get to you. Give this album a chance because it's got some bangers in here. This is Money, Power, Respect, L.O.X released in 1998. Must have your collection. Obviously, I think We Are the Streets is better because of the production. But this stuff got some bangers. You know what I'm saying? But go cop it, find it. Then we got the Into Deep soundtrack released in 1999. Dope, solid East Coast hip hop. It's nice, it's mostly, even though the movie took place in Cincinnati, but it was mostly East Coast. It was East Coast, it has a nice, mix to it, It's mostly East Coast, but you got some southern tracks. I think at least one, I think is by Trick Daddy. And I believe that's it. It's some like R&B. Singles this album is known for is songs like Tear It Off by Method Man Redman. Even though that was more of an underground single, and that was on the Blackout album that came out the same year in 1999. How to Rob by Then Unknown 50 Cent, where he's dissing pretty much the whole industry, and everyone got pissed off, he disses people from Wu-Tang, Big Pun, like a shitload of people, and that's what really got him noticed and stuff like that. He actually has two songs on this album. He has How to Rob and Rowdy Rowdy, which Rowdy Rowdy, I believe they have a video on YouTube. I'll post a link on the description box for that. Which those two songs are also on his unreleased, shelved, but leaked album, Power of the Dollar, which is a hip-hop classic by many. Dope album. I don't have it. I have a burnt copy. Good luck fronting that album because that was actually out of print. I think the album was put out, but it was in limited release, things of that nature. Another Quiet Storm remix with Mobb Deep and Lil Kim, that was also a single. Definitely must have in your collection if you're a fan of East Coast hip hop in the late 90s. And dope movie, by the way. If you're a fan of hip hop, you see L Cool J doing his thing. He plays a tough guy, he plays a drug lord. He does his thing. You know what I mean? But Into Deep soundtrack released in 1998. Must have in your collection. And final soundtrack is Dangerous Minds, released in 1995. Dope movie, by the way. Singles I was known for Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio. It was like a big song back in the mid-90s. it's still popular today, but you know, it's not as big as it used to be back in the '90s. But it's a nice mellow, not mellow, but it's a nice combination of R&B and hip hop. It's not just one thing, you know what I mean? But singles I was known for is like I said, Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, Feel the Funk by Immature or IMX, or you guys should know Immature from Marcus Houston's, you know, old group back in the day. Curiosity with Aaron Hall, who, in my opinion, I think it is a very underrated R&B singer. He's definitely dope. You guys should peep his Curiosity remix that he has with Redman. Pretty dope. I think they have a video for that, if I'm not mistaken. If not, but you can definitely check it on YouTube. Go peep that. And Gin and Juice. Not Gin and Juice with Snoop Dogg. It's a guy named Devontae Swing. Pretty solid album. Mixed soundtrack, I should say. Definitely, if you're a fan of East Coast, West Coast, it has a nice combination. It's not just West Coast. It's mostly West Coast because the movie takes place in the West Coast, in California. But you know, it has some East Coast songs like Sister, which was Missy Elliott's first group that she was in. There's a song called It's Alright with Craig Mack. Dope song. Aaron Hall, who's from the East Coast. But the rest is like mostly from the West Coast. So, but definitely must have your collection if you're a fan of West Coast hip hop. If you're a fan of soundtracks, when soundtracks were great until now, you know, because you know music right now is now. But that's it for now. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.